the economic environment they're in right now, we are seeing currency rates go all over the place. We are seeing inflation, unemployment, different things moving around so rapidly right now. In your industries in particular, what are the biggest challenges you're seeing companies face right now in this current economic state?
I think what we see, one interesting thing is despite all the sort of the economic flux you're talking about, the labour markets are still very tight.
Mhm.
So there is a definitely a war for talent out there. Um, we see that sort of our clients tell us that sort of domestically in the US, and what we often see is that by going international, they widen that talent pool. I think one of the benefits of the sort of COVID pandemic, is if I can call it that, is people are much more now comfortable with the idea of remote workforces, remote working, and you can hire where the talent is rather than have to hire where your headquarters may happen to be. And I think that's opened a lot of opportunities for companies, and that's how they're sort of facing into that talent crunch. And it's a model that works really well as long as you do it in a sort of thoughtful way, get your structures right, and then it's a really good sort of, you can get really good talent at good value across the globe.
I think the VC private equity space funding is down. People are trying to work out where everything is going to play out, but in the background, people are still looking at, well, we said we're going to do this. They're still committed to doing it. It's just more
Mm,
a case of timing down. So we might see a kind of slight dampening going into November, December, but we always see that with Thanksgiving and then going into the festive holidays. So I feel quite encouraged that if you look at this trip we're doing this week, our activity is still pretty strong and the conversations are quite positive.
mm,
Um, Look at UK and the fluctuation there in the currency. Some of our clients are actually bringing forward conversations around acquisitions they were going to make. So in a state of flux, people are still looking at opportunities and upside.
absolutely.
And I would say, to answer my own question in that regard, from an FX standpoint, the biggest challenge we're seeing from clients right now is you're either really on one side or the other right now, because we've seen the U.S. dollar strengthen 15 to 20% against so many other currencies, particularly the pound and the euro, right?
Mm,
And so if your revenue stream is coming from euros or pounds and you're repatriating those funds back to the United States, you've taken a really large haircut in your margins. And on the other side of that, there's a great opportunity if you are looking to expand to Europe right
mm,
now. I mean, from the mergers and acquisition side, Europe is a 15 to 20% discount
yep.
right now.
Mm.
And so to expand to Europe, I think is not a bad time right now,
No,
right? Like
no, it's not.
if you can pick up those engineers, if you can pick up the business entities at the exchange rates that we're looking at right now, I mean, luckily the market's just handed you a big discount and an opportunity to expand from a currency standpoint.